Good afternoon, Mr. Morgan. I'm Nicole Hunt from Nicole Hunt and Associates, and I'm here to offer you 3 simple ways to fix up the culture at Morgan Builders. The first way we're going to go about this is through ethnography. Now, have no fear, ethnography is just a big word for simply sending in a researcher into the thick of your company, so to speak, to find a little bit more about what's going on the inside. How employees feel, what are they thinking, why are things not getting done on time, how do they feel about their workload, does the work-life balance work for them, are they able to come to work and feel like they're inspired and actually appreciated on their jobs, how do they feel about how things have changed for those who have been there from the very beginning before the company got big to where it is now. These are kind of things that are important, but they might not necessarily tell you because either they fear you don't care, or perhaps they feel that you're unapproachable, or maybe that you wouldn't hear them either way. Finding out these kind of things is going to be probably a little easier by hiring maybe someone new, perhaps. This new hire will go in and kind of infiltrate the ranks and see what people are thinking and doing. Employees tend to stick together when times are rough and use the break room or the water cooler as moments where they can dish out and talk about this and talk about that and what they wish would be different. This new hire can then report back to you, and the two of you can collaborate on things that you want the company to do, things that you want to happen, and the ways that you want the culture to change. And between the data that they've collected and the need that you express to do things differently, we should be able to come up with a pretty good strategy to get the company up and rolling again and get that laughter back in the hallways that you remember from days past. Second, I've taken a cue from Michael Scott on The Office TV show, and let's have a little who's who among Morgan's builders, or superlatives so to speak. I do have an example for you for what we can do with that. We can call it Who's Who at Morgan Builders. And as you see, this award here is for Joe Smith as the most creative workspace. Now, instead of doing what Michael Scott did and simply creating his own berating and somewhat embarrassing superlatives for his employees, we'll allow the employees themselves to create the categories and vote on them. This will do a couple things. First, it'll allow them to be more interactive with one another. Socializing within an organization is very important for how people can get along. They need to be able to talk to each other in general before they can actually sit down and get things done together. They need to feel comfortable with one another. So this will prompt them to learn a little more about each other, or perhaps express things they didn't even know were there. Giving John Smith the most creative workspace might make him feel pretty good. Perhaps he has pictures of his family or photos or awards that he's won, and no one's ever really told him, hey, congratulations, or hey, your family's really nice. This reaffirmation might actually help the morale for some people, and in turn they'll have a better positive attitude to push each other forward and do a little more for one another. And it could be fun. They don't have to be serious. They could be who makes the best coffee or brings the best snacks. Who's most likely to go to sleep during a meeting? Something fun, but yet it brings a little lighthearted and socializing feel to the company. Finally, since you are a construction company, you should get behind a cause. Get behind something that you as a company together, you and all the other employees, not just you and the board members, to do together that can make them feel a little more like they are actually doing something worthwhile in the company rather than sitting behind a desk. I suggest picking up your hammer, picking up your tape measure, and contracting with perhaps Habitat for Humanity. Build a little house. And not just contract people to build it, but you guys actually get out there and build it yourselves. You'll find that it brings people together as usual, and it also lets them know that their company does care about the community and them. And it's a cause that most people can usually get behind. Everyone needs a home to live in. It's the holidays. So the fact that your employees can get out there and help someone else have a home to live in for the holidays will make them feel better and let them know that you care about other people, which is also very important. And doing all 3 of these things, like I said, will socialize your employees, let them get to know you, see you a little more, and it'll feel more like it used to back in the day without cutting into productivity and strategy and things like that. They want to see you, they want to know that you care, and you want to get that laughter back. Culture is the way to do that. How they speak about their jobs, how they feel about you in general, will also slide into all of these different conversations. So now when the future goes, we'll hear stories and rituals and heroes and heroines about what they did here. Oh, John Smith built a really awesome bedroom at the House for Habitat for Humanity. Oh, and Stacy got this really great award for the best flowers in her desk. All these kind of things will get the people talking, get the ball rolling, and kind of get that laughter and that jolly back in the hallways that they're so used to hearing at your business. Thank you for listening.